What Jamal started from is maybe in 2004, 2005, I was painting, and I do a bunch of art, but I got kind of into it deeper, and I started seeing it's like a genie, a spiritual part of our bodies. We really think we create everything, but there's something else in us. He started coming out where everything I painted had a special feeling where I wasn't putting it together anymore, that I had no control of this at all. So it went on, it kept happening, and then I finally named this genie and I think I saw a video on TED TV by Elizabeth Gilbert, and she talks about, she's the only person that I could ever get that could kind of explain what I have inside of me and what we all have inside of us. She gives us a good explanation of, there's an aha moment in the creative process, art, photography, music, anything we do, we have that point where we come up with the great idea or the great creation. And in ancient history, we didn't do this. Sometime or another in history, we decided that we were the one. But back in the old days, they were like there was a genie or someone who brought this to us and gave us this each time. It's like the genie showing up. Jamal actually pretty much shows up when it's time to speak, when it's time to do something. It's kind of like Jamal had to thump me in the head that I was going to do this, and pretty much I started it. It's that part of pushing you, of what pushes you, of who you want to be and who you have to be. Jamal is that person that lives inside of you, or that creation that comes out of you, the creative. And that's what I was getting at. Artists really probably notice more than anyone is when a great lyric comes on in a music thing, that thing that just comes out of the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always sit here and you work it and you work it and you work it and brainstorming, and all of a sudden you're riding down the road and it comes out of the blue, right? That's Jamal. That's Jamal. Jamal actually is the one who is the aha. This is what it's kind of like, I want to know this about artists. When ... was created, that was what that was about. We want to tell about that person. We want to tell about the creative person, or that, like the more behind the person. Everyone wants to just say, oh, okay, I heard your new song, blah, blah, blah. No. Or I saw a new piece of art. That's fine, but how did you get that piece of art? Or how did you come up with this? You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I got the Jamal thing. It was, Jamal lives inside of me every day. He pops out sometimes and says exactly what he wants to say. It's mainly the genie part of it's our creative outlet. I have to explain, I wrote a book, kind of part of this, of how you can find your genie, but controlling that genie and not letting this thing go too far, it can go way out of hand. So don't go get a genie if you don't have one. It has to show up, because if you make one, that's kind of a little crazy if you start making up something. But really, the controlling that side of, I painted for 2 years. I sat in a house and I couldn't come out of this. Then I had to start realizing what Jamal was really about. Jamal was going to take over my whole life. If you get that outlet and you had that creative process, it doesn't stop. That's hardcore Jamal. Like, I got it bad there for a while, and then I had to start, okay, when do you go to work? When do you do the other stuff you need to do if Jamal's always out? And, a lot of creative people kind of know what I'm saying. When it's on, it's on. When it's off, it's off. If you have your creative process and you're like in that great moment, you don't want to stop. You don't want to go to sleep. You just want to finish, and you want to get it while it's there. And that's kind of like, Jamal's here. I'll get back with you. I'm trying to finish some stuff. We're trying to get this right. And there's only certain times in our life that I think we have that.